well. Forward fold. There we go. Nice hold there, just for 3, 2, 1, and walk it out. We're just going to hold a nice, strong, tall plank position. Okay, think about engaging everything through there, just for a few seconds, and then we're going to walk it back up. And then again, just hold the relaxing fold here, soft knees if you need to. Just let everything kind of stretch out nicely, and then walk it back out again. Again here, think about those shoulder blades, kind of squeezing them together, pressing your hands into the ground, heels pressed back, engage through your middle, and then walk back up again. So just trying to get everything activated and switched on, as well as stretched out here. And out again. Another activation. You can press your hands and your feet together. You can press them apart. About tensing as much of your body as you can do here, switching it all on, and walk back in. Final time. Then we're going to go out into some rotational work. So another hang for 3, 2, 1, and walking out. And then into some rotation. So stepping up with the right foot, spider rotate, reach under and reach up. And we'll go 5 times on the right hand side. Just try and increase the range at which you rotate each time. 2 more. That's 4. And there's 5. And step it back. Opposite leg goes forward, left leg forward. And 5 rotations on this side. Two more on this side. And back to that tall plank, and then we're going to go into our cobras and down dogs. So drop the hips, untuck the toes, can raise the knees if you feel comfortable doing that. And then bring the hips back and high. Nice front body stretch into a back body stretch. And then take the dog for a walk. There's 10 dynamic calf stretches. Bring the hips forward, down to your knees if you need to, or you can just drop the hips straight down. Untuck the toes again, raise up, shoulders away from your ears, and then send the hips nice and high behind you. Dynamic calf stretches. And final time, through down into that cobra. Nice and strong through your posts, through your arms and your shoulders, supporting your body up nice and tall. And take those hips up nice and high. Final time. Good, and just take it back into plank. Drop the knees, walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Hydrants, 5 on the right hand side. And 5 on the left. Get as much activation through the glutes as we can. And then kickbacks, 5 on the right. And 5 on the left. And then 3 circles all the way over clockwise. All the way back over sunwise. That's 1. That 90-degree bend at the knee. There's 2. Final one. There's 3. Same on the other side. 3 big circles. One way and then back the other for 1 repetition. There's 2. Final one. Good. Hands and knees, make sure those hands right underneath your shoulders, and then just let your shoulder blades glide together. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears here, and then exhale, arms nice and straight, spread your shoulder blades apart. Breathe in, shoulder blades glide together. So we're not working happy cat, angry cat here. We're working just on those shoulder blades. And exhale, press them apart. One more time. Inhale, bring them together. And exhale, take them apart. Good work. Up we get then. Just going to do our quick drop, snatch, landing practice. So we're going to go up onto our toes, feet underneath your hips, and drop down into your ready position. 3 of those. That's 1. Up tall, drop. Final one, up tall, drop. Now we're going to practice with our snatch arms. So we're going to go up tall, right arm's going to go to ceiling as we drop. There. This time we go up tall, left arm to ceiling. There. Same again, up, right arm, up we go. And final one, left arm. Good work. Footwork done. Body warm, mobile, ready to go. 15 seconds then. We're going into our snatch, right side. We've got 40 seconds to do as many reps as you feel capable of doing. So you can go heavier weight and do less. You can keep your weight constant and try and get as many reps done as you can. Or you can just go for that round 6 figure, which we've done before. Okay, so on our snatch then, feet underneath your hips. Let's go. Here. Reach up overhead into that nice, dynamic, strong, ready position, landing. Control it down. Trying to get that, punch that hand up to the ceiling to make sure you're locking it out as you catch it. And hold it there, have a rest. Okay, so it's 40 seconds. It's kind of around about the amount of time that we were taking when we were doing our 6 reps. We were anywhere from sort of 30 to 40 seconds on that. So you've got the option, like I said, of repping out more if you're feeling good, or increase the weight, challenge yourself. 2 or 3 reps, that's all. Left side then, ready? Let's go. Make sure we really drive through the knees and the ankles here as you reach and pull the weight. And punch the hand up to the ceiling to make that catch. Time for one more. Nice. Okay, so it's 20-second rest. I'm going to do the hard style swings now. So they're those shorter, more punchier swings, double arm. 25 seconds, we're going to be getting around 12 to 15 reps done. Powerful is the aim. Ready? Let's go. Soft knees, drive forward. Rest there. So that's 15 reps we're on for that one. Remember, with that hard style swing, we're not trying to take our torso too close to the ground. We're not looking for a big range of motion. Bang, it's really hips back. Snap forward as quick as you can. Back to the snatch on the right arm. Or left arm, whichever one you went first. Ready? Let's go. So drive through the knees, try and keep your torso upright. So you're really focusing on that knee extension, hip extension, and that dynamic pull as well with the arm. Eight more seconds. Time for one more. Good work. Good breather. like we did last week, put these sort of little 20-second breaks in so you get that opportunity to go for reps or to increase your weight, knowing you're going to get a 20-second breather before you switch sides. Okay, opposite side, let's go. Watch your balance. Can be more you swing the weight, the more that can throw your balance off. So try and get that vertical pull straight up, close to your torso, and rest it there. So you're coming up in this straight line. There is your ideal movement. The feet are going to jump, but kind of just out to the sides. You might feel the temptation to be jumping forward as you do it. That will often be if the weight's swinging out forward and you're trying to jump after it. Swing time, let's go. 25 seconds. Really thrust through with those hips. Squeeze through with your hamstrings, your glutes. And rest there. Good work. 2 rounds done. 1 round to go. Okay, back to right side then. Right side snatch. Think about that vertical pull now. Really focus on it in this round. Let's go. Have a look at where your feet stand. Have a look at where they finish when you go into that dynamic landing position. You should find that they're landing a couple of inches wider than your starting position, but that's it. Like I said, try not to jump forward if you can help it. Time for 1 more. And rest. You'll find as well, particularly as you get tired, you tend to swing forward a little bit to generate more momentum from your hips like you do on a kettlebell swing. And that can get you really traveling forward to get into that catch position. So watch out for that. Let's go. Left side. Like I just did there, that was a forward jump. Often can just be keeping your weight forward. So not extending up, although we're not really sending our hips back. Still trying to get that drive forward. Time for 1 more. With the hips. Rest there. So although we're only starting here, still getting that drive in, which enables you to keep that weight level and above your mid-line center of mass. Swing time. Let's go. Keep it going. We were on 12s on these last time we did it. So here, just that 25 seconds rest there allows us to get those extra 3 or 4 reps in. Now I felt that big time on the snatch then, compared to going 6 reps, as we've done before. Sometimes 7 or 8, then that last one, my arm was bent when I caught it. And to press through. Didn't quite get the drive. Okay, right arm, Turkish get-ups. Okay, so we'll start here, weight at the shoulder. And we've got 90 seconds here. So we start elevated, Stay on that right foot, left foot comes back, back foot, windshield wipes across, hips hinge, hand to ground, bring that bottom leg through, shift your hand, weight onto your elbow, down onto your back. And then rotate up to your elbow first. Press up onto a straight arm post, bring that back leg through, windshield wipe it back to the middle, and upright. We go again. And we've got 90 seconds here. Thing with a Turkish get-up is not to bash out and try and do as many reps as we can, but to move slowly. So we're going to be aiming for 3 reps on each side, 30 seconds per repetition. So you can think about every single point of movement here. Moving nice and slowly through each body part, through each position to get that final elevation. Lower down, 30 seconds now, clockwise. Slingshots. Give yourself nice and tall. It's a bit of active rest and a lot of middle activation here. Try and keep your circles quite close to your torso here. It's not looking to swing out far and back there. But really keep a nice tight kind of ellipse around your hips. And rest it there. Up to the left side. We press overhead. And this time, right foot goes back. Windshield wipe. Hinge at the hips. Bring that bottom leg through to your post, down to your elbow, and curl yourself down onto the mat. Re-establish your balance. Drive that fist up to the ceiling, up to your elbow, to your tall arm post. Bring your back, front leg to your back, windshield wipe it back through. Stand nice and tall, 1 rep done. We go again. First one's always the slowest. As your walls are finding your balance, which I completely lost there. I did exactly the same thing as that when I did these on last Thursday. And that is me doing it with 20 kilos for the first time on this left arm elevated. And that's why we move slow. Final time. Rotate up to elbow, to post, under, upright, up, down we go. And it's sunwise, counterclockwise slingshots now. Whew. It's a real toughie on the shoulder. But it's a great one for building that strength. Just saying about those overhead positions where particularly you feel that you're increasing your weight on the overhead moves and feeling quite weak and unstable in those positions. Onto your right side. Up we go. And let's do it again. This is a great way, just learning and teaching your body to support, to hold that weight. Great strengthening exercise for the full body. That's one. 2 more to go. If you do find that you can kind of fly through these, then it's a good opportunity to try a little bit of a more challenging weight to make you slow down. 1 more. Make sure that this arm that is supporting the weight sits and rests into your shoulder. And the other arm that is offering as your post, that you really elevate there to generate space between shoulder and ear. And down. Slingshots clockwise. So a couple of little balance issues for me tonight there. A lot of it is taking your eye off the weight, which I just did for a second. We've talked about that in other exercises that we've been doing, and particularly in the shred class. Those balance challenging ones, picking a spot, sticking with it, be such a useful help. Left side. Okay, right foot steps back. Eyes forward here, windshield, eyes to the weight. Now you're in control. Every move done with purpose and poise. If you feel that straight leg coming up into the air as you do that first rotational sit-up, remember to extend your foot away from your body by focusing on length. You can stop it from raising up into the air there. So drive the leg that way as we rotate up. Nicely done, guys. Final repetition on this side. Here, eyes to the weight. Control now. Keep that support all the way down through your shoulder. Last time to get yourself up. Stand up tall. And we're done. Just 30 more seconds. Sunwise slingshots. For these slingshots, we've mentioned it before, not the hardest exercise in the repertoire. It's nice and slow. Adds a nice bit of extension to the shoulders as well, which is cool. But it keeps everything here switched on. Oh. So for that entire, rest there, 8-minute workout, there's been a huge amount of core activation. Nicely done. So remember last week we switched out our high pulls for our runner rows. So we've got our sumo deadlift, and it's 40 seconds sumo deadlift, and then we're going to go into our high pulls then. Do a little knee drop if you need to, and it's 20 seconds each of those. Let's go. So make sure that your feet wider than hip width apart, and as your hips go backwards, back stays flat, shins stay vertical. It's the key thing here. We're not looking to squat down. We're not looking to get into our quadriceps a huge amount. Really work through the backs of the legs, hamstrings, and the glutes. 5 more seconds. And rest there. So, my mistake, so we've got 30 seconds now for these high pulls. A couple of weeks ago, we set out 12 reps as an aim. I was only managing 8 or 10. We've got 30 seconds now, so we're going to see if we can get there. 12 reps as a minimum. Let's go. Get that elbow nice and high. 10 more seconds. And rest it there. It's good, it's 12 reps.
So bear in mind as well, last time we were going for 12 on those, it was after we'd done the single arm swing to rows, which was just pull city central. So it's got a bit more balance to it now, enables us to get those repetitions done with a bit better control. Left side then, same again, let's go. Knee dip if you need to, but keep that torso nice and vertical. One more for 12. And we rest. Nice, one round of our strength exercise is done. Back to the deadlift. 2 more rounds to go. Are we ready? Toes pointing slightly out, weight in between your ankles. Think of this as a much bigger, less dynamic version of those hard style swings that we were doing. So we said about on those, not taking your torso almost parallel with the ground. Well, here we're getting pretty close to that. We want to keep those shoulders a little bit above hips if we can. Kind of depends on the length of your arms and the weight that you're using. If you've got a kettlebell or an upended dumbbell, you should be just keeping those shoulders a little bit higher. Rest there. But rather than that shallow, fast movement here, so a lot bigger, a lot slower, arms just going straight up and down. Got to think, it gives you a real good opportunity to think about those shins. And then all those elements you transfer through to the swings. Right arm pulls. Ready? Let's go. More seconds. 9, 10, 11, woo, 12. All right, feeling it on that round. So round 3 is going to be a toughie. 10 seconds, and onto the left arm. Nearly there, guys. Let's do it. Let's go. Three more, 10 seconds. And rest. So again, I'm doing these on 20 kilos. If you remember when we started, I was on 12s. So I'm at the point where those 12 reps are a real struggle in the 30 seconds. If I wanted to get repetition after repetition, I could go down to a 16 or a 12 and be really banging out to speed. Deadlifts then, final round, let's go. So it's just a few different ways that you can work that. You can make it more strength-based in terms of approaching it with a heavier weight. And you may or may not get your 12 reps done. I said a few weeks ago I was on kind of 8, 9 reps. So you can increase the weight, reduce the reps, or you can maintain your weight and try and increase your reps. And rest there. So that's the cool thing about having a time limit as opposed to a rep count. All right, final round, high pulls, come on. Let's get 12. Let's do it. Halfway. 8 seconds. And we're done. On that right side, wow. Weak side coming up, that's always a joy to behold. When you've witnessed how hard something is on your stronger side. Come on, we got this. 5 seconds. Here we go. 12 reps. And we're halfway. 3 more, 9 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Good work. Awesome work. Well done. Man, that's a tough finish to that one. Really tough. Always feel good at the start of those sessions with those snatches, fast, powerful movements, snatches and swings. And that slowing down process through the get-ups. So good for getting everything firing, everything raging. And then finishing with those strength exercises. When you've got so much activation going on already and fatigue. Great way to finish. All right, let's stretch it out then, guys. Start at the back of your mat. Good work, well done tonight. Here, opposite of what we're going to finish with. Chin down, shoulders forward. Nice and slowly. Crawl it down. And just hold the fold. Going to bend the knees, breathe in. And extend up, nice flat back. Top of your head reaching forward, hips pushing back. Elbows coming into your side or on your knees, wherever's comfortable. Think about that back being flat, extending through your legs, and then bend the knees, send the hips back up for another fold. And we're going to go again, a halfway lift. Ready? So bend the knees, breathe in, extend, halfway lift, flat back, torso parallel to the floor, and then exhale, knees bend, send those hips back up. And walk it out. And that tall position there, just think about reactivating, re-engaging shoulders, everything that we talked about in the warm-up. Just check in with it all, and then bring the left foot up, windshield wipe across, and let's sink down into those hips. And just relax and breathe. 30 seconds here. And we're just going to spend a little bit of time, shoulders and forearms, just to make sure we extend out through those. 10 more seconds. Breathe and relax. And tuck the back toes, bring your hands up, send it back to plank, drop the knees, untuck your toes. Hands come together in the center of your mat and sit down into that modified or extended child's pose. A nice stretch through your shoulder. Let the forehead sink into the ground. And then slowly walk it back, sitting back onto your heels. And just walk back the opposite way. And just open out through the front. I'm not sure if you can see it quite well here, but I'll turn my fingers to face the wall behind me, creating space between my shoulders and my ears, opening my chest, getting a nice stretch through the forearms as well, with that external rotation of my arms and fingertips back as far as you can get them, as far as you feel comfortable. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down towards your hips. Nice stretch through your glutes as well. And slowly release. Walk it out forward, back up into your tall plank, and then we're going to take right foot, bring it forward, sweep it across, and go down into the right hip, right glute. Again, 30 seconds here. Just breathing, relaxing, sinking. falling, floating, chilling. 5 more seconds.
There we go, tuck the back toes, bring it up again, into your tall plank, knees down, once again, sink into that extended child's. And just this time, let your fingertips sort of walk back a bit so your hips can get closer and closer down towards your heels. Opening out through the chest, under the armpits. Whole back body, nice stretch. And then bring it up onto all fours. Step your right foot forward in between, tuck your back toes, bring yourself up into your runner's position here, fingertips touching the ground, and then just extend that back knee. You can keep your fingertips touching the ground here for support, just really trying to extend out through that back leg. If you want, you can raise them up off the floor behind you, externally rotated to a nice airplane position. But the real focus there on extending that back leg and in a nice stretch through the hip flexor, as well as this stretch here through the front glute. And drop the hips, fingertips down, and switch sides. Step forward on the left, tuck the back toes. Might need to move around so you get that open angle there at the hip, fingertips to the ground, and extend that back leg. So we're looking for that straight line all the way up through to the shoulders. And then from there, you can either remain or sweep the arms backwards. Shoulders away from your ears, as always. External rotation there, so palms face into the ground. And relax that knee, plant the hand. Knee goes back, tall plank, drop your hips. Nice cobra to finish. Look to the left, to the right, look down, look up, and then send those hips nice and high behind you. You know all the deal now with this one. Heels to the ground, head and neck relaxed, hands pressing in, back flat straight, hips up behind, tailbone tucked down towards your heels, shoulders together and up towards your hip line. And release, walk the hands up. 1 inch, 1 vertebra at a time. Articulate up, shoulders back, chin raised. Awesome work, guys, well done. Namaste.